So, okay. So, what we are talking about is here? And divide 5 with what? 5. So 2 times. How many factors are there? 2. Then you can say this 5 is which number? Prime number. For example, if the number is 4, 4 divided by 1, 4 divided by 2, 4 divided by 3, and 4 divided by 4. So it is divisible with 1, it is divisible with 2, it is divisible with what? 3. 4. Then this is called as a prime number? No. So you have to count how many times that number is divisible. Based on that, if the count is a 2, then you are saying that number is what? Prime. Otherwise, it is not a prime. So you can do this using while loop. You can do this using while loop, or you can do this by using which one? For loop. So enter any number. Enter any number. So for now I take one counter. The counting start from where here? 0. I've taken one counter and counting start from where? 0. I try to input one number and the value of count is start from what? 0. Then I'm saying for in range of 1 comma number plus 1. 1 comma number plus 1. So why this is? This is for generating denominators. This is for generating which one? Denominators. For example, if my number is 4, I should generate how many denominators? 4. That is 4 divided with 1, 4 divided with 2, 4 divided by 3, and 4 divided by 4. So this range will generate how many values now? 4 values. If the number is 5, this range will generate how many values? 5 values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You divide 5 with 1, divide 5 with 2, 5 with 3, 5 with 4, and 5 with what here? 5. And you count it. How many times it is divisible, right? So here I'll try to say if number mod, if number mod I equal to what? 0, then I'm saying count plus equal to 1. So in this case, the value of count is incremented with what? 1. The value of count is incremented with 1. And if the count is outside the loop, if the value of count is 2, then you will say format. This number is which number? Prime number. This number is prime number. Else, you'll say this number is not a prime. This number is a prime number. Otherwise, you are saying this is not a prime number. If the counter is a 2, you are saying this number is what here? Prime number. Otherwise, you are saying this number is not a prime. So if the value of count is what? 2. If the value of count is a 2, then you are saying this number is a prime number. If the value of count is not a 2, then it will come to which one? Else. And display this number is not a prime number, right? So once you run this, it will ask you to enter any number. So my number is what here? 5. So 5 is which number? Prime number. Okay. I try to execute. My number is 4. 4 is not a prime number. So you are counting how many times the number is divisible. You are counting how many times the number is divisible. If the value of count is, what? If the value of count is what? 2. If the value of count is 2, then you are saying, this number is which number? Prime number. Otherwise, you are saying, this number is not a prime number. Okay. This number is not a prime number. Okay, so please try to understand this logics. Just try to understand this logics. How you are trying to apply this logics here. Okay, right? So the number which is divisible with 1 9 itself, the number which is divisible with 1 9 itself is called as a prime number. What is the number I've taken here? 5. So you have to divide this 5 with 1, divide by 5 with 1 and 2, 3, 4, as well as what? 5. Okay. So you have to generate how many denominators here? 5. So for that, I use what? Range. For I in range, 1 comma number plus 1 means what? 6. Then it will generate how many values here? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5. First it will divide 5 mod 1. Is it 5 mod 1 remainder 0? Yes. The value of count is what? 1. The next number is 2. 5 mod 2 remainder 0? No. 5 mod 3 remainder 0? No. 5 mod 4 remainder 0? No. 5 mod 5 remainder 0? Yes. What is the value of count now? 2. So outside the loop, if count is a 2, what is the value of count? 2. Is it 2 is equal to 2 or not? Yes. So 5 is which number? Prime number. If the count is not a 2, then it will display the message. This number is not a prime. So that is a logic for prime numbers, right? Okay. So there is a assume that okay, assume that. See, you can do these problems using while loop, or you can do it using which one? For loop. No problem. You can do with while loop or for loop. Okay. Suppose magic number. What is magic number? So there is a magic number, right? So what is a magic number? Now, these are the magic numbers like 2, 10, 18, 36, 54, 86. All these numbers are called which numbers? Magic number. What is a magic number? Just see magic number. So what is the original number here? See here, what is the original number? 1729. Sum of digits 1 plus 7 plus 2 plus 9 is what here? 19. And 1 plus 9 is what here? 10. And 1 plus 0 is what here? 1. Okay. Then if sum of digits, you are trying to do sum of digits until number is what? 1. Okay. Then until number is what? 1. Then that number is called as which number? Magic number. That is 1729 is called as which number? Magic number. Okay. 1729 is called as which number? Magic number. See here. This is again, if the number which gives a sum of exactly 1 when its digits are recursively added, when its digits are recursively added, so that is 1, 2, 5, 2. 1 plus 2 plus 5 plus 2 is what? 10. Then again 1 plus 0 is what here? 1. So then it is called as which number? Magic number. This is called as which number here? Magic number, right? Yes. Just try to understand how to write this magic number. Sum of digits recursively when you are adding sum of digits, and when it sum is equal to which one? 1, then it is called as which number? Magic number. Okay. So how can you do the sum of digits? How can you do this? Actually, this can be done using see here, this is 1458. 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 8 is what? 18. And reverse of 18 is 8 plus 8, 81. Product of 18 into 18, 1 is what? 1458. Even this is also called as which number? Magic number. So it can be done in different ways. It can be done in what here? Different ways. This is also sum of digits is what here? 19. Reverse the sum of digits, which is 91. Sum of digits into reverse of sum of digits. If it is equal to same number, then it is called as which number? Magic number. So two are there. Any logic you can use it, right? So we'll try to take this logic. So we'll try to take this logic. So finding whether number is a magic number or not. So this is a magic number. Now original number is 1729. And sum of digits is what? 1 plus 7 plus 2 plus 9 is what? 19. And reverse sum of digits is what? 91. And sum of digits into reverse sum of digits. If it is equal to original number, then it is called as which number? Magic number. Okay? Yes. First, sum of digits, we know it. Yes or no? We know already. We did yesterday. Sum of digits. Yesterday we have seen sum of digits. Now integer of input. Now integer of input, enter. Enter which one? Enter any number. Enter any number. And this number I'm storing in another variable called number 1. Why I'm storing this number into another variable? Because when you divide a number with 10, the number finally becomes what? 0. Because of that, this number is stored in another variable called which one? Number 1. Okay. Then next you have to find the sum of digits. So every time you have to read one digit or not? Yes. How can I read the digit from the number? Divided by mod 10. How can I remove the digit from the number? Divided by 10. Yesterday, if you do yesterday program, you can understand. Otherwise, every day new class only. Okay. Every day it is a new Python. If you practice yesterday's classes, then it will become very easy. Otherwise, every day it becomes a new Python class, new Python language. Okay. Yesterday we did so many examples. Okay, now all examples are related with digits only. Count of digits, sum of digits, reversing number, palindrome, what is it, Armstrong number or not? All these logics belongs to digits only. All these logics belongs to digits. Okay, आपकी मर्जी है वो, प्रैक्टिस करो नको करो, मेरे को क्या है? Okay, because आपको जॉब आता है यार, मेरे को थोड़े ही आता. You'll get the job and you earn the money. जॉब आए तो क्या आता? जॉब आए तो पैसे आता और शादी भी होता, नहीं तो नहीं होता. क्या होता? कुंवारे रह जाते. क्या बोल रहा हूँ? सही है गलत है? And nowadays girls are looking only for software engineers. If you are not software engineer, you are not eligible for. सही है. इसलिए पढ़ो यार, पढ़े तो अच्छा पूरा होता. नहीं तो इधर ही रहते, आमिरपेट में बूढ़े हो जाते. So number is not equal to 0. Divide it. Now get the remainder. Number mod 10. Number mod 10. Suppose the number is like this. Number is like this. What is the number here? 1729. What is the number? 1729. Okay. 1729 is not equal to 0, right? Then 1729 divided by 10 becomes, what is the remainder? 9. Then sum equal to sum plus what? D. D is nothing but what here? Digit. What is a D here? Digit. Then you have to remove that digit. Number equal to number divided by 10. Number equal to number divided by 10. So what is my number becomes? 172. 172 is not equal to 0. Yes. 172 mod 10 becomes what? 2. Then 9 plus 2 becomes 11. Okay. Then number divided by 10 means 117. Is it 70 is not equal to 0? Yes. 17 mod 10 becomes what? 7. Now 11 plus 7 becomes what? 18. Then 17 slash slash 10 becomes 1. And 1 is not equal to 0. Yes. 1 mod 10 remainder is what? 1. Now 18 plus 1 becomes 19. So 1 divided by 10 becomes 0. 0 is not equal to 0. No. Condition is a false. Then next what you have to do? Reverse this number. Reverse this number. You have to reverse it or not? Yes. Sum of digits. Sum of digits is what here? S. What is the sum of digit? 19. Sum of digits is 19. Reverse of 19 is 91. Sum of digits is equal to reverse of number is equal to original number. Then it is what? Magic number. Then it is what? Magic number. Okay, na? So you have to reverse this number or not? Yes. Then this sum I'll store in another variable called which one? S. So what is my number now? S. This S should be reversed or not? Yes. This S should be reversed. Now while S is not equal to what? 0. Then read the digit. Digit equal to S mod. S mod, what is that? 10. S mod 10. Now then you have to take one reverse number or not? Yes. What is the value of reverse? 0. And reverse equal to reverse into 10. Okay. 10 plus what is that? Remainder. Then S equal to S slash slash which one? 10. So this is a logic for reversing. Reversing what? Sum of digits. This logic is for reversing sum of digits. Then P equal to S1 into what? Reverse. P equal to S1 into reverse. S1 is what? Sum of digits. And reverse is what? Reverse of sum of digits. If P double equal to number 1, then you'll say this number is which one? Magic number. This number is a magic number. Otherwise, you are saying this number is not a magic number. Not a magic number. Magic number. Otherwise, it is not a magic number. What is the number? Number is 1729. 1729 is a magic number. Okay, one more number is 1458. 1458. So there is one more number. 1458 is again called as which number? Magic. So 1 plus 4 plus 5 plus 8 is that is 12, 18. Now 18 into 81, which is equal to 1458, right? If we enter any other number, 123 is not a magic number, right? So this is how you have to write the logics, right? So this is input number is a magic number or not. So yesterday we have seen how to read the digit and how to delete the digit. How can you read the digit from the number mod 10? How can you read the digit from the number mod 10? How can you delete the digit from the number slash 10? How can you delete the digit from the number? Okay. So just try to understand this. Okay. So how you are trying to? Yes. Now this is writing only one while loop and one for loop. So you can write a looping statement inside a looping statement, and that you can call it as which one? Nested looping statements. So what is this here? Nested. Sometimes you may repeat a looping statement number of times. Okay, sometimes you may repeat a looping statement number of times. Then if you want to repeat a looping statement number of times, you write a looping statement inside a looping statement, and that you can call it as which one? Nested looping statements. Now a looping statement inside a looping statement is called nested looping statements. Okay, nested. Now it allows to repeat. It allows to repeat. Okay, looping statement number of times. It allows to repeat one looping statement number of times. It allows repeating looping statement what? Number of times, by writing a looping statement inside what? Looping statement. So this can be nested while. This can be nested while. This can be nested for. This can be nested while. This can be what here? Nested for. So nested while, nested for. Nested while means while loop inside while loop. While loop inside while loop is called nested while, and for loop inside for loop. For loop inside for loop is called which one? Nested for. But this nested looping statements can be anything. You can write a while loop inside a for loop. You can write a for loop inside what? While loop. You can write a for loop inside a while loop. You can write a while loop inside what? For loop. Any way you can write it. Okay. A looping statement inside a looping statement is called nested looping statements. It allows repeating a looping statement what here? Number of times. So this can be a nested while, or this can be a nested for. But I say no, you can write a for loop inside a while loop. You can write a while loop inside also for loop, right? But there is no rule like you have to write a while loop inside only while loop. You don't have any rule like you have to write a for loop inside what? For loop only. Any looping statement can be written in any looping statement. Any looping statement can be written in any looping statement, but there's no rule like you have to write in this way only, right? Okay. The next is, so why this nested while or for is, if you want to repeat one loop number of times. For example, suppose assume that write a program to generate all the tables, all mathematical tables from 1 to 10. I want to generate all the tables from 1 to 10. I want to generate all the mathematical tables from 1 to 10. I want to generate the tables from 1 to 10. So what I have to do? I have to generate the numbers from 1 to 10 for number in a range of 1 comma 11. For number in range of 1 comma 11. For number in range of 1 comma 11. So this will generate how many numbers? 10 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. What is the first number generated by the range? 1. So what is the value of number? 1. Then this 1 should be multiplied how many times? 10 times. Then inside this for loop, again I'm taking another for loop. And this for loop, inside the for loop again, one more for loop for I in. For I in range of 1 comma, what is that? 11. So it will read the value of range. It will read the range. And what is the first value in the range? 1. And this 1 should be multiplied how many times? 10 times. Then inside the for loop, I have taken what? For loop. This for loop is executed how many times? 10 times. And then I'll say print. Print what is this? Format. First you are printing which one? Number. Then you are printing which one? I. Then you are printing what? Number into I. Number into I. So what will happen? 1 is there. Now this for loop generate how many numbers? 10 numbers. 6, 7, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more value is a 10. So what is the value of I here? 1. So 1, 1, 1 into 1 is what? 1. Next I value is a 2. 1, 2, 1 into 2 is what? 2. Okay, then this loop is executed how many times? 10 times. After that, what is the next number? 2. And then multiply 2 how many times? 10 times. What is the next number here? 3. And multiply 3 how many times? 10 times. What is the next number here? 4. And multiply that 4 how many times? 10 times. Okay. So this will get all the tables. This will get all the tables from 1 to 10. You can see all the tables from 1 to 10. So this is a first table, and this is a second table, and this is a third table, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. If you want the pause between each table, after printing each table, just use one statement called which one? Input. Input means you have to input some value. You have to press enter. At least you have to press what? Enter. At least you have to press what here? Enter. Okay, right now this input is for reading one value, right? This input is for reading one value. For that, you are trying to use what here? Input. This is for reading one value. So once you run this, now this is displayed the first table. And if you press enter, displayed which one here? Second table. If you press enter, displayed which table here? Third table. Now this is keep on pressing enter. Now each time it will display one table. So this input is to input one value. After displaying one table, you just press enter. Okay, input means just input one value. If you don't want to input value, just press what? Enter. So why we are using a nested? We are repeating the same logic how many times? 10 times. One number means, if it is one number, I can use one for loop. Read a number and multiply how many times? 10 times. I don't require this loop. Read one number and multiply how many times? 10 times. But I want to print I want to print how many tables? 10 tables. Because of that, this for loop is generating how many numbers? 10 numbers. And each time you are reading one number and multiplying that number how many times? 10 times. Okay, each time you are reading one number and you are multiplying how many times? 10 times, right? So that is what you are doing it here. Okay, so nested, if you want to repeat one logic number of times, if you want to repeat one logic number of times, if you want to repeat one logic number of times, then use nested looping statements. For example, I want to generate, I am not displaying this complete output, but this will try to generate up to what? 10. This will generate up to what here? 10. So I want to repeat one logic number of times. For example, I want to generate all prime numbers. Write a program to generate all prime numbers. Write a program to generate all prime numbers between 2 to n. Write a program to generate all prime numbers between 2 to n. All prime numbers I want to generate from 2 to n. So first I have to input which value? N value. First, see, one thing you have to remember. Write a program to generate all prime numbers between 2 to n means I have to generate how many numbers? From 2 to up to what? N. So read the value of n first. Read the value of n first. Integer of input. Enter the value of what? N. Enter the value of n. First you read the value of n. Read the value of n. I said read the value of n. So after reading the value of n, what do you have to do? You have to generate numbers from 2 to what here? N. How can you generate the numbers from 2 to n? I should say for number in, what is that? Range of. For number in, range of. Enjoying? क्या कर रही है? What are you doing? ఏముందా తెలుగు? ఏముంది అక్కడ కింద ఏముందమ్మా? నేర్చుకో. ఇప్పుడే చెప్పినా కదా నేను. ఏం చెప్పాను ఇప్పుడు? నేర్చుకోమని చెప్పా. కుర్చీలకు చెప్పలేదు, నీకే చెప్పిన. పైసలు ఒట్టిగా వస్తున్నాయా? Right? So for number in range 2 comma n plus 1. Okay, suppose if the value of n is what? 8. Then you should generate numbers from 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, what is the first number? 2. You have to find out 2 is a prime number or not. Logic, you know it. Then take the count value as what? 0. Then divide a number from 1 to number. For what is that? In what? Range of 1 comma number plus 1. If number mod I equal to which one? 0. Then count equal to count plus 1. Same logic. Previous logic only. See here. Which one is a prime number logic? This is a prime number. Here we enter the number and we have taken which one? Count. And dividing number until dividing a number from 1 to number. And if the number of factors are 2, then you are saying it is which number? Prime number. Otherwise it is not a prime number. This is for one number or all the numbers? One number. Are you reading number? No, you are generating number. Only this statement is not there. Here we are trying to input the number, but are you inputting number here? No, you are generating numbers. You are not inputting a number. You are generating what? Numbers. You are generating numbers from 2 to what? Okay, you are generating numbers from 2 to what? 8. So what is the first number here? 2. Then divided 2 with 1 as well as what? 2. What is the next number? 3. Divide the 3 with 1, 2 as well as what? 3. Take the number as a 4 and divide this number 4 with 1, 2, 3 and what? 4. Number is 5. Divide that number with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Number is 6. Divide that number with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Number is 7. Divide that number with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Number is 8. Then divide that number with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So after dividing it, you are checking if count is which one? 2. Then print that number, because that number is called which number? Prime number. That number is called as a prime number. So enter the value of n. The value of n is what here? 5. How many prime numbers from 2 to 5? 3 are there. 2, 3 and what is that? 5. If I enter again, I try to input the numbers like 20. How many prime numbers are there? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 79, 19. Is it generating prime numbers between the given range or not? Yes. You can also give the value of m as well as what? N. You can also find you can also generate between. Between means here I've taken the start as a 2, but you can input two values. You can input m value. You can input how many values? 2 values. You can input m value as well as what? N value. You can input m value as well as what? N value also. You can input m value as well as n value. But here m value is taken what? 2 and n value is taken as what? 8. So is it this n is entered by the user or not? Yes. Logic is the same, but you are repeating how many times? Number of times. Logic is the same, but you are repeating how many times? Number of times. For example, generate. So write a program. See here, logics, we are repeating number of times. So write a program, generate. Write a program to generate. Okay, factorial of, generate factorial of, factorials of all the numbers. Factorials of all the numbers from m to what? N. I want to generate factorials of all the numbers from m to n. Suppose m value is a 2 and n value is a 5. Then you should display the 2 factorial, 3 factorial, 4 factorial as well as 5 factorial. Getting on not? Okay. Then input which value? M value. So m equal to integer of, enter the value of, which one? M. Then n equal to integer of, input, enter the value of, which one? N. Then I should generate the values from m to what? N. I should generate the values from m to what? N. How can you generate the values from m to n? By using range or not? Yes. How can you generate the values from m to n? By using the range. You have to use what? Range. Okay, you have to use what here? Range. For number in range, m comma n plus 1. For example, the value of m is 2. The value of n is what? 5. What is the value of m? Yes. Yes. Okay. Then this will generate how many values? 2, 3, 4, 5. What is the first number here? 2. Then 2 factorial is 2 or not? Yes. And 3 factorial is what? 6. 4 factorial is 24. 5 factorial is 125. Okay. 120? Yes. Then you have to multiply, right? Factorial equal to 1. Same logic. For in range of 1 comma number plus 1. Factorial is factorial into what? I. And print number comma which one? Factorial. Nested, very simple. Repeating same logic. Enter the value of m. The value of m is 2, n is 5. 2 factorial is what? 2. 3 factorial is what? 6. 4 factorial is what? 24. 5 factorial is what? 120. Okay. So what is this loop is generating? How many numbers it is generating? How many numbers? 4 numbers. And each time you are reading one number and finding the what? Factorial. Previous example, see the first example, factorial. See the first example for factorial here. Input enter any number. So here you read the number and you find the factorial. But are you reading a number? Are you reading number from range? You are reading a number from what? Range. What is the first number? 2. Then find the factorial for 2. What is the second number? 3. Find the factorial for what? 3. And what is the third number? 4. And find the factorial for what? 4. What is the fourth number? 5. And find the factorial for what? 5. So in the previous example, we input the value, but this example, we read the value from what? Range. We try to read the value from the range, right? Okay. So this is a simple examples. Just try to understand how can you repeat. If you want to repeat a number of statements, you write a looping statement. So that can be either while loop or that can be either what? For loop. If you want to repeat again if you want to repeat the same looping statement again number of times, then you write a looping statement inside what? Looping statement. And that you call it as which one? Nested looping statements. That you are saying it as which looping statements? Nested looping statements. Okay. Yes. Now two. Yes. Then we'll just try to see by using this nested, we'll try to see some patterns. Patterns, right? Okay. Some pattern programs also I'll tell you so that you can understand what exactly this logics are. Now, suppose I want to write a program. I want to write a program to generate. So I want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to print, see, nested looping statements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many times? 5 times. I want to print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many times? 5 times. Okay. How can I print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Think about first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. For n in range of what? 1, comma 6. So print what is that? N. Print n. This will generate what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this will print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have to repeat this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many times? 5 times. Then this logic you write in another loop or not? Yes. So for I in range of 1, comma 6. What is the value of I? 1. And then print what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next I value becomes what? 2. Then print what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next I value becomes what? 3. Again print what? 1 2 3 4 5. Next I value becomes what? 4 and print what? 1 2 3 4 5. Next I value becomes what? 5 and print what? 1 2 3 4 5. Basic examples, right? Basic example for in range of 1 comma 6. Okay, for j in range of 1 comma 6. Print which value? J value. J is nothing but number or not? Yes. So what will happen if I execute this? Is it printed all this in one line or new line? One line. But after printing 1 2 3 4 5, I have to insert one new line or not? Yes. So for that, I'm using which statement here? Print statement. Now you can see 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5. How many times? 5 times. 5 times. In the place of 1 2 3 4 5, you can also print what? Patterns. Can I print in the place of 1 2 3 4 5? I can print stars. Okay. So 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5, right? After printing 1 2 3 4 5, you inserted what? New line. Are you printing anything? No. If you don't print anything, you just insert what? New line. New line, right? Okay. How new line means? You just refer print. In the beginning we said print, right? Okay, आप नहीं पढ़े तो फिर पढ़ लो वहां पे. Okay ना? Yes. अभी print भी नहीं मालूम रहे तो मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ? कुछ नहीं कर सकता मैं. Okay ना? You read this print statement, print function in the beginning. We have seen print, value, separator, END, all the things, right? Okay. Yes. इसीलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, every class is linked. अभी जो भी आप सीख रहे हैं अभी नेक्स्ट क्लास में फिर रिपीट होता हुआ. जो भी लिस्ट, सेट, डिक्शनरीज, all this will be repeated again. But at that time you should not think that अरे what is dictionary. फिर क्या करना? फिर जैन होना पाइथन. ओके, ऐसा जैन होके बुढ़े हो जाते हैं. यहाँ पे रहते, अमीर पेट में रहते, किधर भी नहीं जाते. ओके ना? सो इसलिए क्या बोलते हैं, मैं पढ़ना बोलता हूँ. You have to read. You have to read notes daily. I'm uploading, right? डेली अपलोड कर रहा हूँ नहीं कर रहा हूँ वो भी नहीं मालूम. क्यों बोले तो नहीं देखते. खाली मेल आता आपको अपलोड हुआ बोले तो. अपलोड हुआ तो हाँ सर अपलोड करा. रहने दो, बाद में देखेंगे. अभी मेल बॉक्स में रहता ना, किधर जाता? किधर भी नहीं जाता. अभी क्या करूंगा मैं? जो भी नोट्स है ना प्रीवियसली वो पूरा डिलीट कर दे दूं मैं. ओके, आफ्टर 1 week, every week I'll upload the notes. After 1 week I'll delete. अच्छा है ना? अच्छा रहता है वैसे. हाँ, आफ्टर 1 week I'll delete. तो जब क्या होता है आपको? अरे नोट्स को डाउनलोड कर लेना. जब क्या करते आप लोग? डाउनलोड करते, नहीं पढ़ते. सो सेकेंड स्टेज है. सेकेंड स्टेज बोलते इसको. हाँ, फर्स्ट स्टेज बोले तो आप डाउनलोड ही नहीं कर रहे. सेकेंड स्टेज में क्या होता है? डाउनलोड करते. अब नेक्स्ट क्या होता? दैट विल बी देयर ओनली फॉर 24 hours. ओके, वो ही दिन डाउनलोड कर लेना. अगर नहीं डाउनलोड करे तो डिलीट कर देते मैं. जब क्या होता है? डेली आप डाउनलोड कर लेते. अब नेक्स्ट क्या होता? नोट्स ही नहीं देते मैं. क्लास को अटेंड होना कंपलसरी. क्लास को अटेंड होना, सुनना कंपलसरी, सुनना, अटेंड होना. नहीं तो नोट्स नहीं है, कुछ नहीं है. वो थर्ड स्टेज है. सही है गलत? आपके लिए यार, मेरे लिए थोड़ी है. मेरा शादी हो गया, मेरा शादी हो गया यार। ओके ना, आपका शादी होना है अभी। आपका शादी करने के लिए मैं कितना ये कर रहा हूं मालूम है आपको? हाँ, और नहीं सुन रहे आप लोग? हाँ, सही गलत है? यस, सीखो यार, you have to learn. If you don't learn, then it will be a very this thing here. Huh? नरेश शेट्टी तो अभी तो इंटर्नशिप नहीं है इधर। पहले तो अच्छा सीखो यार, इंटर्नशिप आपके आप आ जाता। हाँ, इंटर्नशिप बोले तो क्या है, फालतू में पैसा वेस्ट कर लेते। हाँ, internship is nothing but they'll give you some case studies. They'll give you some case studies and you have to do that. That is called as internship. एक सर्टिफिकेट खाली रहता, but everything will be the same. No, yes. हाँ, अच्छा है फिर। बालकृष्ण तेजा, शादी नको सर, पैसे बर्बाद जब। Okay, I'll. Okay, now you are in which one? You completed your graduation, Balakrishnan Teja. What are you doing now? What are you doing यार? कुछ नहीं बोलूंगा यार भाई। What are you doing now? संन्यास ले लिया क्या? हाँ? बाद में क्या करना है? पाइथन सीख के क्या करना है? जॉब करने के बाद क्या करना है? ओके, अच्छा है फिर। Why you join Python? You join any traveling course? Why you join Python यार? Join any traveling course. Do traveling vlogs. Uh, yes. After joining job, no traveling यार। आपको नहीं मालूम हो? Software job में is thinking you can enjoy life, right? You cannot enjoy. Okay, you'll think that okay, after joining the job, enjoy life with travel. No travel. ओनली ऑफिस को घर को, घर को ऑफिस को ट्रैवल करना, बस नहीं। किधर भी ट्रैवल नहीं करना उसके लिए। हाँ? हाँ? ओके, नो प्रॉब्लम। डेटा साइंस वेरी गुड। हाँ, यस, अच्छा है। पाइथन एंड डेटा साइंस इज वेरी गुड। नको यार, छोड़ दो उसको। ओके, पहले तो you have to build some logics, right? If you want to become a good programmer, then as a fresher, can I get a job? No, no. As a data science fresher is very difficult. Data science fresher is very difficult, right? Data science means data scientist, right? How you can become a scientist? Okay, if you have some domain knowledge, okay, different companies are there, but you must have some domain knowledge. Suppose a pharmaceutical company required a business analyst. A pharmaceutical company required which one? Business analyst or data scientist. Then you should have which knowledge? Pharma knowledge. Yes or no? A financial company is there. They required a business analyst or data analyst. You must have which knowledge? Financial knowledge. Yes or no? So without having a domain knowledge, you cannot become what? Data scientist. अभी डेटा साइंटिस्ट बोले तो ऐसे सीख के चले जाते बोले तो मुश्किल है। You should have a background and should have a domain knowledge. वो कंपनी जो भी फील्ड में है, that domain knowledge you should have it. If you don't have that domain knowledge, you cannot get a job as a fresher. What you have to do is, you have to do some You have to do some internships or you have to do some projects. You have to do some projects and you put those projects as experience. You have to do some projects and put that projects as what experience, right? What things required to get a job at fresher level? क्या है यार क्वेश्चन क्या है गुरुजी fresher level what you required you must be a fresher okay it means you should complete your graduation or post graduation or anything okay then you get it sir in data science projects as experience yes projects is treated as your experience without projects you cannot apply a job as a data scientist खाली डेटा साइंस हो गया बोल के अप्लाई करे तो रेज्यूम शॉर्टलिस्ट ही नहीं होता your resume will not be shortlisted if you don't put the projects in your resume as a data scientist your resume is not shortlisted you don't get any calls as a python developer also you have to put some case studies khali some people they'll write resume in one paper उसके अंदर पूरा हो ही रहता है परमानेंट एड्रेस टेम्पररी एड्रेस लैंग्वेजेस नोन हॉबीज ये पूरा कौन पूछा यार who asked all these things you put your achievements what you have done in your academics put some case studies what certifications you have you put all those things so then your resume will be shortlisted because shortlisting is not done by the persons will not shortlist it who will shortlist it one tool will shortlist it one tool will be there that will be shortlist based on which one keywords if that keywords match in your resume then it is shortlisted otherwise your resume is not shortlisted सब लोग बोलते मेरा resume अच्छा प्रिपेयर करा मगर फिर भी नहीं आ रहा अच्छा प्रिपेयर करा बोले तो कलर्स देके नहीं वैसे नहीं रहता यार okay you have to put certain things in your resume so that your resume will be shortlisted you have a people who there are some persons who will tell you how to prepare what resumes how to build your resume how to prepare a resume right yes how to prepare resume do the demo करेंगे we'll do it but anyway no problem but you have to practice now I think yesterday I said no like evening 7:30 batch yesterday I said no 7:30 batch 2 students got selected one person gets selected in HCL one person is selected in mandatory just about to complete python okay this week I think next week it will be over now this package is some 4.0 and one more person is mandatory with 4.5 only python pressure I felt very happy ये दोनों लोग लाइफ में सेटल हो गए इनका शादी हो गया है ऐसा ना हाँ सही है शादी करा दिया मैं दोनों का हाँ so I become what not marriage broker right yes बर्बाद कर दिया है क्या कर रहा है right so anyway now this is how you are trying to do it right so logics just try to understand how to build it logics and if you learn even I posted yesterday some interview questions related with one company yesterday in my telegram I posted some questions related with one company One company asked those questions. You can see that in my Telegram. I put in my Telegram. Just see in the Telegram. I posted some interview questions, PDF, Python interview questions for intermediate level. This is asked by that company. What is the company there? Credo Systems. This is there in Andheri. Credo Systems, right? So these are simple questions they asked. Simple questions. All these are simple only. But even I'll try to post some more questions which are asked by different companies. So that I said, no, first, you are not only doing the course, you are also preparing for interviews, right? Okay, now next is I want to print. Just here, I want to print this pattern. I want to print one 5 times, and then I want to print two again 5 times. I want to print a three 5 times. See here. Then I want to print four 5 times. Then I want to print five times. Like this, I want to print it. So divide this. Generally, whenever this kind of problems are given, divide this into a number of rows and columns. Divide this into number of rows and columns here. So this is number of rows and columns. How many rows are there here? 5 rows. How many columns are there here? 5 columns. So the row starts from where here? 1. And this row is what? 2. And this is a 3. And this is 4. And this is 5. So how many rows you are generating? 5 rows. For R in what? Range of 1, 6. Okay, so this will generate how many values? 5 values. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then how many, each row is having how many columns? 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each row. Inside row. Inside row. Inside the row. Each row is having how many columns here? 5 columns. 1 comma. 1 comma, what is that? 6. First row, how many columns? 5 columns. Second row, how many columns? 5 columns. Third row, how many columns? 5 columns. Fourth row, how many columns? 5 columns. Fifth row, how many columns? 5 columns. In each column, you are printing which value? In each column, you are printing which value? Row value. In each column, you are printing which value? Row value. What is the row value? R. In each column, you are printing which value? Row value. And what is the value of row? 1. Suppose first row is what here? 1. How many columns here? 5 columns. In each column, you are printing which value? Row value. Next row value is what? 2. How many columns here? 5 columns. And you are printing 2 how many times? 5 times. Next row value is what? 3. And you are printing that 3 how many times? 5 times. Next row value is 4. You are printing that 4 how many times? 5 times. Next row value is 5. You are printing that 5 how many times? 5 times. Okay. So after printing each row, insert one new line. After printing each row, insert one new line. Insert one new line after printing each row. Insert one new line. Now once you run this, 1 is printed how many times? 5 times. 2 is printed how many times? 5 times. And 3 is 5 times, 4 is 5 times, and 5 is also 5 times. Okay, now? Yes. Just to try to understand this, how to write this kind of things. It is very much helpful. In some technical interviews, they ask you to print some patterns, right? Now these are simple patterns. There are complex patterns also you can find. Suppose assume that I want to print the same thing in reverse. Tell me, how to print in reverse? Reverse means I want to print 5 times. I want to print in reverse. Reverse means I want to print what? 5 times. I want to print 5 times, and then 4 5 times. 4 also how many times? 5 times. And 3 how many times? 5 times. And 2 how many times? 5 times. And 1 is also how many times? 5 times. What should I do? Is it row starts from 5 or 1? Row starts from 5 or 1? 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then how you write it for what? For r in what? Range of pi comma 0 comma minus 1. Pi comma 0 comma minus 1. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is the value of row? 5. How many columns are there? 5 columns. Each row is having how many columns? 5 columns. For C in range of what? 0, 1 comma 6. Okay, no problem. Then in each column you are printing which value? Row value. In each column you are printing which value? Row value. So what will happen? It will generate like this. So here row value starts from where? 0 comma 5 comma 5 comma 0 comma minus 1. If you run this, 5 is repeated how many times? 5 times. 4 is repeated 4 times. 3 is repeated 3 times. 5 times. 3 is repeated 5 times. 2 is repeated 5 times. 1 is repeated 5 times. Logic, just understand. Okay, but this is in which one? Reverse. This is reverse, right? This is printing in reverse. Okay, but there is other programs. Like suppose I want to print 1 time, and 2 times, and 3 times, and 4 times, and 5 how many times? 5 times. 4 times, and 5 is 5 times. So how can I print this? So how can I do this? Tell me here. So how can I do this here? Logics are very simple, right? So for R in range 1 comma 6. Okay, 1 comma 6 means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So if the row is 1, how many columns you should generate? 1 column. If the row is 2, how many columns you should generate? 2 columns. If the row is 3, you have to generate how many columns? 3 columns. If the row is 4, you have to generate how many columns? 4 columns. If the row is 5, you have to generate how many columns? 5 columns. Okay. So if row is 1, you have to generate 1 column. So for R in range of 1 comma, what is that? 6. And if the row is 1, you have to generate how many columns? 1 column. Then I'll say 1 comma row plus 1. 1 comma, what is that? Row plus 1. 1 comma 2 means how many columns it will generate? 1 column. 1 comma 3 means it will generate how many columns? 2 columns. 1 comma 4 means it will generate 3 columns, 4 columns and 5 columns. And in each column, you have to print which value? Row value. In each column, you have to print which value? Row value. So then insert one new line. So new line, yes. Now this is, so if you run this, now you can see 1, 2, 2, 3 is 3 times, 4 is 4 times, and 5 is 5 times. In the place of row, I can also print which one? Star. So there is 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, and 5 stars. In the place of that, I try to print what here? Stars. 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, and 1 more is what? 5 stars. Right? But in the place of this, you're printing which value? R value. In the place of this, you can print which value? C value. If I print C value, what will I get? 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But how this is, we'll see in detail, but not today. But on Monday, we'll try to see all these patterns in detail, right? So today we'll just stop it here and Monday we'll continue this, right? Thank you. We'll see you on Monday.